Welcome back to Jam Design Lab. I am Pearl. I have spent 15 years in product design, including 9 years leading design at Amazon across Alexa and AWS. Today we are diving into chapter 2 of Don't Make Me Think. And honestly, if you understand this concept early in your career, you'll instantly level up your product thinking. Here's the truth. Users don't read, users don't analyze, users don't explore. They scan. They guess, they click the first thing that looks right, and great design embraces that reality instead of fighting it. Let's break this down. Segment 1. The big myth. Users will read if the content is important. That is the biggest myth. If you are a new designer, you might think, but my users need this information. They will read it. No, they won't. Even when the content is useful, even when it is well written, even when you think it is crucial, users still behave the same way. They glance, they skim, and if nothing grabs their attention in the first second, they will move on. Why? Because reading is work and the human brain avoids unnecessary work. How users actually behave then? This is based on real research. Here's what decades of usability research shows. Users can scan in F patterns, which is left, down, and across. They are looking for keywords, not sentences. Users look for visual anchors like headers, buttons, bold text, icons, and numbers. Users click the first reasonable option, not the best, not the clearest, just the first thing that feels okay. Users rarely scroll unless the top is compelling. The top 10% of your screen often decides whether they scroll or bounce. Users don't build mental models. They don't try to understand your layout. They look for cues and act fast. This should shift how you design. Your job is not to make users read. Your job is to make scanning successful. So there are 3 types of scanners. The first one is the fast flicker one. They scroll quickly until something visually jumps out. The second one are the keyword hunter. They scan for specific terms like settings, renew, cancel, edit, and then the first click player is the third type. They click the first thing that looks remotely right and hope for the best. Your design must work for all of these 3 types without making them think. Now let's break it down. Bad versus good scannability. Here's a screen with long, dense paragraphs, weak headers, no visual hierarchy, too many equal weight elements, buttons that look identical. Now ask yourself, where would my eye go first? If the answer is nowhere, the page is failing. Now look at this improved version where you have clear section headers, strong contrast, logical grouping, one primary button and few secondary buttons, limited sentences, more bullets, key phrases bolded. Suddenly, the page is more scan-friendly. Users instantly understand what's important, what's clickable, and what the page is about. There are 6 rules to make your designs scan-friendly. The first one is write for scanning, not reading. Use headings, bullets, spacing. 1 idea per paragraph. If you have 2 ideas in a sentence, you already lost the user. Turn sentences into labels. Labels get read, sentences are ignored. Make your primary action impossible to miss. This reduces hesitation and drop-off. Use visual hierarchy like a roadmap. Size, color, weight, and placement guide attention. Remove filler text. If removing a sentence changes nothing, you need to delete it. This is the difference between junior and senior level thinking. Seniors design for how users behave and not how we wish they behaved. If you want to grow fast as a designer, master this idea early on. Users don't read your interface. They look for signals. They look for clarity. They look for confidence. Your designs should tell them instantly this is the right place. You can trust this button. This page makes sense. When you design for scanning instead of reading, everything gets easier for your user and your work becomes stronger, cleaner, and more usable. Next up in episode 3, we are diving into one of my favorite topics, which is how to design navigation that never makes a user feel lost. This is the episode where junior designers suddenly get information architecture. Hit like, subscribe, and comment what part of today's lesson surprised you the most. See you in episode 3, and remember, good design respects human behavior. Great design works with it. Bye for now.